Welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Rita, aka the Nub Queen. This is Aaron, and today we will be reviewing for Easter
the
night.
Partagas Black Label.
First, I want to say that I think, and I will tell you at the end of this video, but I think it's going to be one of those dinners where you're going to actually need to have a full stomach dip to enjoy
You're talking.
enjoy about this with a full meal. So we will let you know on that.
It's actually been years since we smoked this. Interesting little story is, it was one of the first cigars I ever smoked, probably about 15 years ago. And it was one of Rita's first cigars about 10 years ago or so. And anyways, this is a Tubo, and as you can see, which I can't because Rita's reading everything else, is that it does have a cedar lining inside the tube to keep yours fresh.
And he loves Tubos, so I got Tubos for him.
And so we've got the Tubo. And now onto the cigar itself. This has a Medio Tiempo sun-grown Connecticut broadleaf. In other words, this is basically a Connecticut Valley leaf that's been extra fermented and aged to get this dark, rich color. So it's essentially Connecticut.
See the tube?
However, the Medio Tiempo part of the plant is you have the shoot, I can't remember the term for it. The Vero or whatever on the bottom. Then you got the Seco. Then you got the Ligero, and then on the very top, the tippy top leaves, is where you get the Medio Tiempo. Now, this would have been sun-grown, which means that it didn't have the shade, which is kind of surprising. That's probably why the darker color. And the Medio Tiempo leaves require extra fermentation just to be able to be used, but it is the richest and darkest leaf on the plant. So that's going to be an interesting smoke. This also has Nicaraguan and Cuban seed Ligeros tobaccos to blend out the core. And so I'm looking forward to giving this a try. I know it was a nice, rich, full-bodied smoke before, so it should be again.
On Cigar.com, this goes for $7.30 a stick. I think I paid $9.99 a stick. Aaron might have taken the price off the tube.
And they didn't have them priced, but it had a barcode. So.
Anyways, the other thing I wanted to say about this, and let me give you a little backstory, is I tried this out 10 years ago, but I've been buying it off and on. This was my all-time favorite cigar. It's one of my top 7. Now, the ones that I got the last time was the Bravos, the Robustos 4.5 by 54. And I gotta tell you, those little Robustos, when I got them from another shop, I'm not going to give its name, but Jim's shop, he didn't humidify them. So after dinner, I smoked it and it cracked like hell. So proper humidification is good for these cigars.
One thing they will say is that Ligero wrappers are not oftentimes used for cigars because, well, that's kind of an ugly wrapper. It's
you see that yours. So
it's bumpy.
You use a V cutter and yet you use a punch for me.
I asked you. You didn't tell me what you wanted, so I wanted a V cut. Anyways, if you know, don't know if you can see too well, but it's a little knobby. It's not exactly smooth. There's bumps in it. And
I really don't care because, frankly, this cigar is going to smoke.
What I'm trying to show is why they don't use Ligero wrappers very often is because they aren't very pretty.
So this is a Ligero wrapper.
Essentially, it's the Medio Tiempo, which is actually one level above the Ligero. It's even richer, bolder, and more spicy, and usually just gets thrown in with the Ligero. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead.
I wonder if this is the same formula pretty much renamed for the Cohiba Black.
I have no idea. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and fire this up.
No.
I already did my scent test.
What was it?
I actually got no sense off this, and it might be that I have lamb stink all over my hands from cooking lamb and eating lamb, and I've washed like 4 times, but my hands still smell like lamb. So,
I'm picking up hints of hay and earth. So, with that said, let's kick the tires and light the fires.
and now I can move better. I had my Moppy wanted to lay right behind me. He does that sometimes.
Right off the bat, I'm picking up a load of spice. It's a 6x54, by the way.
My first hit's sort of leathery, rather spicy, not terribly peppery, maybe a little on the fruity side.
I'm not picking up the fruitiness, so I can't confirm on that.
Oh, that's nice, strong. Good
So, Aaron,
full-bodied smoke so far.
So, Aaron,
Yes.
for your thoughts on this section, do you think this would be one you recommend only after dinners?
I have no idea yet, but probably. Unless you just love full-bodied smokes all day long,
This is
every
the
day.
only cigar, the Black Label, that gave me a migraine one time.
Wow.
But I was smoking the Gordo 6x60 Jack Daniels.
It figures. All that Lajero in there. That probably did a number on you.
That was the night you gave me some pain meds, the blue pills, I think it was. You told me to go to lay down. Now I know what migraines feel like. They're not fun.
Real nice smoke output. Oh, I remember the night. Interesting story. I've dealt with migraines my whole life. And Rita used to get on my case about them and say, it's just a migraine, deal with it. I've never had one, so it can't be that bad. And I said, one of these days, it was only like a day before that, I said, one of these days you will experience a migraine, and you will feel bad that you said that to me. The very next day, she ends up with a migraine. Her first one ever. You were almost in tears from it. You remember how it
Great smoke output and very good flavors. I'm picking up hints of leather notes, as Aaron said, but I'm not picking up the other things. It smells like earth and hay, but it doesn't taste like earth and hay. So it's weird how cigars are like that.
Definitely, the fruitiness comes off on my lips. Like as soon as I'm blowing
what
out,
type of fruit?
Yeah, I don't know. But as soon as I blow out, I'm kind of tasting something sweet on the back of my lips rather than leather.
I'm getting a floral note.
It could be floral. But the predominant flavors I'm getting right now are spice and essentially leather.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting too. But but when you light up, this is and I'm going to say this. A lot of places say this is a mild cigar. I'm going to say this is a full body.
Well, it does have one of the fullest bodied wrappers on the market. So, anyways, we'll get into this, get to about the halfway point, let you know how this is still going, and we'll see you in just a second there. Hello, and welcome back to this Partagas Black Label.
TV time for myself on YouTube. Anyways, welcome back, everyone. We're being kind of humorous tonight.
No, she continued a conversation I thought was over once we got started. Anyways, on to the Partagas Black Label. This so far has been a very tasty smoke. Very
Mine tunneled
rich.
and burned out.
Not that is something I think would be common in this. I've had a couple pretty odd and wonky burns going. It could be related to this leaf, but it is a very nice leaf, and it's also used in a lot of Cuban-made cohibas, by the way.
Just so you all know, I went to the little girl's room, I came back, and this was out.
And they go out quick sometimes. So, anyways, the flavors I'm mostly picking up is leather and spice, and there's less of that spice that's left lingering on the lips now. Still a very tasty cigar, fairly full body. She was talking about this being an after dinner smoke. So far, it's not affecting me in that manner. So,
I was talking about, what was it, Diesel D5?
mm-hmm.
Now that is a after dinner cigar where you have to have a full stomach.
Oh yeah.
I would think the Romeo and Juliet Anniversario, my top #1 cigar, would be a after dinner smoke. But for all of you out there, I'm trying to score some of those in May so we can do a review for you all. I think they'll be Toro size.
I'll tell you, the Partagas Black Label still to this day has remained one of my favorite cigars. I've probably smoked about a dozen of these in my life. And
as long as you don't get it from Jim where it cracks and peels and tastes like crap because he didn't humidify it.
However, as I said, this has a very wonky burn at times, and that kind of takes away from it a bit. But very nice smoke output. Very decent flavors. There's kind of a lot of different things that you can pick up in it if you're looking, and you sit there and, what is that I'm tasting? And so it's kind of nice that you can sit there and do that. Although none of them are anything that I sit there and recognize as the flavors. It's just trying to play a guessing game, and that's kind of fun. You have anything to say?
Yes, I do. First of all, I will agree. I'm picking up leather notes. Spices subsided, but it's still there. I'm also picking up a little bit of creamy butteriness, as well as it's got a good, strong, long finish. It is burned sometimes wonky, but you know how that is. Cigars are hit and miss. Like I said, this is properly humidified between my humidor and Mike's humidor and etc. Therefore, it's not like Jim's humidor where he brings them in by the boatload, sells them, and they crack and peel and split and everything else. I mean, this is just a
the only thing I'm
cigar.
curious about,
and I'm also picking up leather notes,
is if you look at the burn right near the wrapper, see how it looks kind of yellowish near the cherry there, about a 1/4 inch from it? I'm actually wondering if the dark color from this is actually sprayed on or not. I know they do that with the CAO MX2, and I can't tell you if they do here, but I'm half tempted to say that they probably do spray the color
I have something
on.
to say in this video.
And that could be what's creating the funky burns too.
I have something to say in this video. One of our subscribers, Johnny Sticks, said he hasn't tried mini cigars, so I wanted to recommend.
You mean many CAOs?
Yes, mini CAOs. Now check this out.
He's tried many cigars.
I meant CAOs, okay? Thanks for the correction. So, let me show you this for a second. Inside, it's got panel for 10, and it's a 20-count humidor. This baby holds 10. This is a sampler. You get the LX2, you get the Criollo, you get the Gold, you get the Maduro, you get the MX2 as Aaron was talking about, you get the Osa del Sol, or the Osa Sol, the American, you get the Cameroon, you get the Brasilia, and you get the Italia. All these are 90+ rated cigars, 5150, and you get this cute little travel humidor to go with. I would love to take this humidor with me on my trip, but, you know, Aaron said no.
I use mine for quite a few things, and yes, because you're having surgery, you can't very well smoke a week before, and you can't smoke the week of, and so we gotta kind of watch out for you a little bit.
I agree.
So there's no need for you to bring any, but I will, because I'm not gonna not smoke
Let's
for a
just
week.
hope TSA does not confiscate his Pyrrhoses. Which I hear they're notorious for doing it, nefarious for it as well.
So, I suppose on the trip I'll have to find some place where I can bum a light. And maybe a cut. I'll have to go find a cigar shop. Just go.
There's 3 in the
or
city.
I could pre-cut. That's another thing too. Pre-cut so I don't have to cut when I'm there. Then all I gotta do is worry about a light. I guess I could use matches.
I'm just thinking, why should we have a smoking room when I'm gonna probably smell and reek of cigars when I go?
You can blame me then. Well, anyways, we shouldn't keep you going forever on this. We'll get back to you in the final third of this and let you know how this is continued.
So, hold on 1 second. Welcome back to the final third of the Partagas Black. I got a little wonky burn, so I better fix it.
I've had a lot of those. This cigar has been loaded with them. And I do have a strange feeling that this is probably a coated cigar to make it look darker. Still a very flavorful cigar. Mostly leather notes with heavy amounts of spice. The peppery spice is picked up a lot here near the end. It's a good after-dinner smoke or before-bed smoke. Although I don't really like strong cigars before bed because I don't like waking up still tasting them somewhat. So
I didn't have that problem when I smoked the Nub K&F last night while writing out some business letters. So that was pretty cool.
I like to kind of wake up with a clean taste and palate. So, but yeah, this is a decent cigar. Still one of my favorite on my list. Regardless of whether it's sprayed or not, it definitely tastes good, and I'm sure that the spray is probably all natural if they do. And again, the only reason I say anything about that is because, well, it turns lighter as it's burning around the edge, and most cigars turn darker as it burns. So it could just be that this is a very dark leaf, and as it burns, it's turning light. But you got anything to say about the flavors?
Yes, I do. First of all, I gotta say, for me, this is a full-bodied cigar. This is a flavor bomb through and through. It has transitioned to more spice, like that pepper spice, but it's not a pepper. But it has also got leather notes. I'm picking up hints of roasted nuts, like walnuts, cashews, pecans, and macadamians. It's got a light hint of, say, salt. But all in all, this is a complex flavor bomb.
I'll agree with the light salty taste. There's definitely a nice kind of salty vibe to this. This would be very good with dark wine or with a
good claret, Aaron. A good claret.
Or nice after a good meaty dinner, like a steak dinner. You know.
Well, with us, we had a nice meaty dinner of lamb, so this is really good with it, you know.
However, I think lamb goes better with a much more mild cigar, personally, because it's such a subtle flavor.
And it's a unique flavor. A lot of people can't get into lamb because, you know, it's either gamey or something else, you know.
So, anyways, I would definitely recommend going ahead and giving this a try.
So, yes, I agree. This was at cigar.com. They're going for this particular size, $7.30. Truthfully, before I go, I will tell you I was looking for a full Gordo 6x60 Gigante, but since I didn't have it, you know, this is going to be good.
The only problem I have with this cigar, and to be totally honest, is the fact that it does need a lot of touch-ups and fixes. It gets hangnails like crazy. No real big canoeing issue. It's just this part of the leaf didn't burn at all, and now it's kind of just hanging there.
Like I said in the second half, or the second third, I had a light tunnel, and it went out when I went to the little girl's room. So that tells you right there.
Went out real quick.
Exactly. It was less than 30
And that's because
seconds.
the outer leaf doesn't exactly want to burn. And again, that could be because it's got sprayed on coloring. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I know some cigars do, though. So
there you have it. So please add and subscribe, post comments, leave feedback and suggestions. Thank you. May God bless you all.
and enjoy
every puff.